if we come a little closer, it's warmer for everyone. We have been doing these vigils since the 7th of October, every week on Wednesdays, and it's always very heartwarming to have people come together and mourning, fighting, sharing whatever it is that we're feeling here. É bom juntar-nos sempre às quartas-feiras e podermos ter um espaço para partilharmos a raiva, a dor, o luto, o carinho, o amor que sentimos, o que é que seja que sintamos, é bom podermos estar juntas aqui. Como sempre, o microfone está aberto. A única regra é que não toleramos discurso de ódio, seja racismo, xenofobia, islamofobia, qualquer tipo de fobia não é bem-vinda. The mic is open to whoever wants to come and speak, sing, share thoughts, dance. The only rule is that we don't tolerate hate speech, be it whichever type of hate speech. Yeah, we have flags here on sale if you don't have your Palestinian flag yet. And we have a delicious Palestinian dinner. What? Okay, so Dima is saying something, I can't hear what she's saying. Lebanon dinner, I'm sorry. Okay, Lebanese dinner, not Palestinian.
Boa noite, pessoal.
Temos um jantar.
Estamos mais uma vez aqui na Vigília pela Palestina. Desta vez é aqui no Largo do Intendente. E é isso. Estamos aqui mais um dia para a luta a favor da Palestina. E mais um direto da PTrevolution, daqueles assim largos como a gente gosta de ver. E não esquecer que a PTrevolution é um projeto que vive de doações. Então, quem tiver a possibilidade é sempre bem-vindo.
Desculpem, temos mais um anúncio. Há aqui umas pessoas incríveis que estão a distribuir uns panfletos sobre eSIMs. Se quiserem vir cá a explicar o que é que estão a distribuir, ou querem que eu explique? Ok, eu posso explicar. Estão a distribuir uns panfletos sobre como podemos doar eSIMs, que são cartõezinhos virtuais para Gaza, porque um dos problemas maiores que existe agora em Gaza é haver um blackout de comunicações. Portanto, as pessoas não têm possibilidade de comunicar e de partilhar imagens, ter internet, ter forma de mostrar os terrores que estão a acontecer neste momento. Portanto, esta é uma forma de doar e ter um impacto muito direto em ajudar as pessoas que estão em Gaza. So one way you can help is by donating. There are a few people that are sharing these little pamphlets with information on how you can donate to buy eSIMs for people in Gaza to be able to communicate and show whatever is happening there. Yeah, so if you want more information, you can go to them.
Já me estava crucificando. Eu era não foi um pouquinho delicado. Ó, pessoal, e uma coisa, só para relembrar que nós não somos jornalistas e como a gente está aqui às vezes perto do microfone, se alguém ouvir alguma parvoíce, é uma coisa totalmente normal, porque, pô, a gente está aqui convivendo também, né, e falando da vida. E é isso. Espero que as pessoas entendam desse lado.
Chama a Julieta.
Ok, Julieta, acho que foste chamada ao microfone. Obrigada.
Boa noite. Maybe in English? Yeah, in English. So every week I think this week I'm not going, but then I always end up coming. No, and I think I'm not going not because I don't think it's important to come, I do, but because my children, I have small children and they do like me to be home in the evening. But actually today it was one of them who said, "So, aren't you going?" And okay, I said, "Yeah, okay, I'm going." So here I am. No, but I come because I think like some of you or many of you, I need to feel like I'm doing something. It's difficult to feel like you're not doing anything. And I come also because of them. I don't mean to say that if I wouldn't have children, I wouldn't be here, because probably I would. And I'm sure how I would feel about the Palestinian issue, because I felt this way before I had children. But I feel it now on another, how can I explain, level, on a gut level, because I have children. I feel like I really, really need to do something. I noticed that the names are not here today, I don't know why. But I feel it's really important that we don't forget all the people that are dying. And I think, maybe as a mother against genocide, I feel like it's really important that we do not forget all the children that are not only dying, but that are suffering. And it is very scary, it is very painful, but I feel that it's a pain we have to face. It's nothing compared to the pain they are feeling. So yes, that's why I'm here. And I would also like to speak a little bit about why I talk so much. I mean, besides being invited, but sometimes I'm not. I invite myself. And there's a reason for that. There's a reason for me to talk, even though I am aware of my privilege. And I do feel very privileged. And what has been this genocide made me open my eyes even more to that privilege. I do feel that my children live in this excessive abundance that has an effect in the world. Anyway, that was not my, despite my privilege, I feel like I should talk because I have nothing to say that you don't know. All the things I can say you already know. If you're here, you know them. But sometimes I am home or somewhere and I try not to look at the mainstream media because, it's annoying. But sometimes I do look and, just go through. And the things I read and the things I hear are actually enraging, I think, sometimes. Because there's an army, there seems to be a whole army of ignorant fools talking about things. I'm not saying that I am not an ignorant fool, because many times I am. But there are many places, there are many people in high places with platforms, with an audience, that are given an audience, that speak with such, I don't know, I cannot say if it's ignorance or if they are ill-intended, but they say very foolish things, right? We all know. So I'm just reminding, we all know that some politicians, ambitious politicians with seats, in the parliament, or they were seated in the parliament, they want to be seated, they have voters, they have lots of followers, and somehow they were not informed by someone that Zionism is not the same as Judaism. They just don't know. Isn't it? I think it's incredible. And when I read these things, I feel, well, if these people have a platform and they have an audience and they repeat these things, then I think we should also speak out and inform, right, what Zionism is. That it's not the same as Judaism. I mean, someone has to tell these people, or not the only ignorant thing that I have been hearing. Also, some young people, they have these podcasts, they have an audience, you know. And again, they say that to be against Zionism is to be anti-Semitic. Again, misinformed or ill-intended, we don't know. Or other people who said, this has been with me for a while. I will talk a bit more about this if you allow me some other day. Someone has said, a long time ago, but I have it still here. I don't know if you heard it. When the United States vetoed the ceasefire, so when they, raised their hand to say, please, no, keep killing children. Yeah, when they did that, someone said, the United States seemed to be the only adult in the room. Have you heard this? You haven't heard this. This was, so I hear these things and I think, these people, they speak, and they speak with such confidence. Do you notice? They speak with such conviction, because they have, I think maybe more than me even, the privilege. They have the education, they have the confidence because they were taught to be confident. They were taught to value their opinion. They do not question the value of their opinion, even if it's as ignorant as this. They just say it confidently. And this is a problem, because words matter, right? Because if we repeat something enough times, that thing becomes a reality for many people, right? We are all aware of the power of narratives, the power of words. So there are many people very confident, saying many foolish things. And that is why I feel the need to come, not that I'm not foolish, but I think I am a little bit more informed than these three people I remember, at least about this subject. And I feel, well, they are there speaking to thousands of people with confidence, and I'm washing the dishes. I was actually washing the dishes when I had this thought. And I'm home just, cooking dinner, proud to cook dinner. But I think we need to inform, right? We need to counter this army of fools. Something else I would like to share with you, and it's also related to words and narratives, is, of course, not only politicians, artists, writers, poets also shape the world, I believe. And for Christmas, I decided to give books to my family, books by Palestinian authors. I thought it would be a nice present. So I went to a bookshop and I didn't do my homework, and I got one book I was there to buy. And then I thought it would be nice to ask. I remember the technique I had a few years ago, not many years ago. My family had a small publishing company, and I had time. So I used to go from bookshop to bookshop, putting our books, in front, because the big companies, they have all the books in the main places. So I would take them off the shelves where they were hiding, and I would put them up there. And I remembered this. And I decided, well, let me ask. And I asked, do you have any more books by Palestinian authors? And the reaction was so surprising that I decided to do this more often. Maybe we could do this. Because she looked at me and said, you mean books about Palestine? I said, well, that's also okay, but I meant books by Palestinians. Apart from the one that we can all see, the minor detail, because the latest novelty. And she looked at me a bit like, what does she mean? And I thought that maybe we could ask more, create a demand, so offer appears. So fiction, poetry, I believe in fiction. So I would like to share a poem with you, a poem by Palestinian poet, but also a poem by me. So I'll start with my poem, and I'll save the best for last, maybe. My poem will be in Portuguese because, well, it's the language I wrote it in, but I will read the Palestinian in English, of course, not in the original language. My poem first, it's called kind of poem, dos heróis. Talvez chegue a madrugada de róseos dedos, em que outro povo herói celebre vitória, reponha justiça. Talvez um dia empurre a longa noite dos que sofrem, quando este império cair e o próximo der ainda passos demasiado débeis para esmagar os crânios dos inimigos. Talvez os carrascos, os assassinos, os mandantes, os apoiantes, os moderados, os que se escondem atrás de fatos, gravatas, mesas, leis, regras, mentiras, sentenças, os que vendem a alma para comprar respeito que cubra as marcas indeléveis do medo e da ganância. Talvez um dia esses, de joelhos, se arrependam e, carpindo, arranquem os cabelos, como faziam as mulheres dos vencidos. Talvez um dia as mulheres não sejam carpideiras, nem mães de filhos mortos, nem mortas de filhos órfãos, e falem alto sem chorar, e valham sem parir, e possam viver sem pedir. Talvez os gregos, o próprio Ulisses, perdendo o favor dos deuses, dos senhores da guerra, seja arrastado pela lama e vencido, se mostre como é, pequeno, zangado, vil. Mas hoje, no chão imundo em que agoniza, um herói pequeno grita pela mãe, que não vai chegar. Arde num inferno que não merece. De pele colada aos ossos, sufoca em desamparo, para sempre. Em todos os mundos possíveis, em cada instante de qualquer futuro, esta criança vai ter gritado, sofrido, deixado de existir. Dessa inextinguível dor, dessa irrecuperável ausência, penso, não teremos redenção. Not very, not to cheer you up, I know it's not a very bright poem, but as I said, I think we must honor the lives and the pain. And now I will read a poem, this one in English, by Sami Al-Qasim, I'm sorry if I mispronounced, probably did, that was written in 71. And this is a bit sad, because you will see that it could have been written today, that there's no, I mean, there is a huge change, of course, but just for the worse. And it's called, you probably know it, I'm just gonna share it, it's called Rafa's Children. To the one who digs his path through the wounds of millions, to he whose tanks crush all the roses in the garden, who breaks windows in the night, who sets fire to a garden and museum and sings of freedom, who stomps on songbirds in the public square, whose planes drop bombs on childhood's dream, who smashes rainbows in the sky. Tonight, the children of the impossible roots have an announcement for you. Tonight, the children of Rafa say, we have never woven hair braids into coverlets. We have never spat on corpses nor yanked their gold teeth. So why do you prepare orphanhood? So why do you take our jewelry and give us bombs? Why do you prepare orphanhood for Arab children? Thank you, 1,000 times over. Our sadness has now grown up and become a man. And now we must fight. 53 years ago, and we have the situation that we have. Just a final wish, thank you. So I hope that all the grief and the sadness and the pain can really feed this strength of the Palestinian resistance. Free Palestine.
Palestine!
Agora!
Agora é que se nos vê! Abaixo o sionismo que vai cair, vai cair! Abaixo o sionismo vai cair, vai cair! E viva a Palestina a resistir, a resistir! E viva a Palestina a resistir, a resistir! Agora! Agora é que estamos juntas! Agora estamos juntas! Agora é que se nos vê! Abaixo o sionismo que vai cair, vai cair! Abaixo o sionismo vai cair, vai cair! E viva a Palestina a resistir, a resistir! 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 A resistir, a resistir!
Okay, hello everyone. Okay, so next we will have Maria João. I will just actually, can I just share something? Okay. Like host and speaker, we don't. Okay, so actually to give you some context and because I think we are in a safe space, I have been collaborating with some journalists in Gaza. I was part of a task force basically helping them to put subtitles in videos, build new narratives with all the footage that they are shooting. And so as part of that task force, I was, communicating with them daily. And I will actually just read you some of our conversations. So these, it's okay. I can adapt. So this was today, and I feel like sharing it because I think it's really important for everyone who is here. So this is Hamjad. He is part of Bisan's team. I think everyone knows Bisan, maybe not so much some of her video makers. And I was talking with Hamjad about a documentary that we are trying to produce in collaboration. And he said, I was asking him to work basically, and I feel really bad saying this, but I was asking for some footage and archives. And he said, and I asked, how are you? And I finished all my messages saying, take care, take care. And he said, we are fine, but we are trying to adapt to the situation in Rafah. Could you please send me more details, blah, blah, blah. And I said, sure. I just felt bad that they were adapting because now Rafah, which they were told it was safe, is being bombed. And I was like, okay, these guys are trying to adapt. So I said, sure, I will send you more details. It's not urgent right now. Priority is your safety. Here if you need, stay as safe as possible. And he just replied, to participate is to be safe. Also, sorry, it's like a bit emotional, but he also said, this was like in the beginning of January, he said, they bombed, he said, we were talking, I just did some screenshots a minute ago. And he said, I lost an archive of 11 years in the war, due bombing and lack of. It was basically when Bisan's office was bombed. He said, they bombed my company, which has an archive of everything in Gaza. I was trying to make a specific film for a very specific period of time in the strip, but unfortunately the war came and disgraced everything. And then he just said, like, I hope you are doing well. And like, a lot of times they actually ask, like, how can I help you? And I just feel a little bit embarrassed by that. This is Hanin. She's a journalist. She has 3 kids. And I was just scrolling, and part of our conversation was, I was just saying something, let me know if you have any trouble creating this page, whatever. And she said, despite my aim to save my family, millions of people want to be highlighted. And I feel that sharing their voices and doing this is really what I believe I can, that I started to create for. And so I just said, like, we will reach out soon and whatever, like I feel super useless. This is a girl named Diana. She just started reporting. She's 22 years old. And I was actually teaching her some editing skills. And in the middle of that, I asked, are you trying to evacuate? And she said, I want my family to evacuate because I don't want to see anyone of them die. My father is not with us, and I'm responsible for them. It's so hard to feel afraid for them and losing them. And I was just saying, like, I hope everything goes well with you and your family. And she was just saying that now she will start a fundraiser to evacuate her family, but she really wants to stay because she wants to keep the stories. And I will try to find more, but there's this general feeling of the importance of collective memory, and we are part of that collective memory. They are, you know, letting the old people to starve, don't have access to water, bombing hospitals, so the old people will die. And then they are targeting specifically journalists, doctors, children, and mothers, women, so that they can guarantee that we will not have the next generations of Palestinians. And they are basically killing a collective memory of these people. So they live through us, and they really want us to tell those stories. So I feel that, yeah, so I was really not expecting this, but like the least we can do, it's really to be present and learn about the culture. We are having an amazing group of Palestinians cooking for us for free today, like a give what you can. So learn about the food, learn about the music, learn about the poems and the stories and the kufiyya, and basically we are the collective memory, and I think that's how we all become Palestinians in the middle of this. So that's it. So next, Maria João, right? I will just ask, sorry, I'm seeing you, I don't publish the messages. Thank you. Okay. Maria João.
Boa noite, eu vou falar em português, depois posso repetir um pouco também, porque estou a ver aqui, felizmente, uma grande mistura de pessoas. E queria dizer como, perante isto tudo, apesar de tudo, fico feliz de ver esta vigília acontecer neste largo, que é um largo de tradição multicultural. E queria só fazer uma pequena lembrança do que se passou aqui no sábado passado, que espero que toda a gente compreenda que, embora hoje estejamos aqui pela Palestina, que é uma causa bastante definida, mas a opressão de povos por outros povos é uma coisa intolerável, e é a relação que tem com o sábado. E infelizmente, no caso de sábado, são pessoas que pertencem ao nosso povo, que pretendem ir em cima de outras pessoas. E queria só lembrar que foi uma resposta muito forte e que muita gente percebeu a necessidade de vir para a rua dizer: nós não queremos isso. Então temos que pensar em relação à Palestina, como é que conseguimos. Infelizmente já toda a gente fala de isto e daquilo, e sobretudo da maneira como as notícias são dadas, de maneira que toda a gente que está menos informada fica naquela... como aliás o nosso Presidente da República, não é? Vocês é que começaram, não é? Desta vez vocês é que começaram. Portanto, eu acho que há muita confusão e que temos que fazer um enorme esforço por, como dizemos em português, chamar os nomes aos bois, e invasão é invasão, ocupação é ocupação, opressão é opressão, e não venham com cantigas de autodefesa e coisas assim, porque quando se trata de um oprimido e um opressor, custa um bocado a engolir a história da autodefesa, não é? Era só isto, dizer que um dia havemos de encher esta praça com presença a favor da Palestina. Free Palestine. Então, sorry, just 5 minutes in English, just to inform that we had here on last Saturday, we had a great demonstration in this square, and it's a square that traditionally is a square of encounter of cultures and of human beings, of all different cultures and countries and so on, and languages. And on Saturday we had here a demonstration not about Palestine, but another oppression or plan for oppression. We had some people here from Portugal trying to invade a street with many migrants, and in a very aggressive way and very arrogant way, saying they want them out and they don't want them in Europe even. And I'm happy that we could fill this square, fill this place with many people that thought it was important to come and say, we don't want you here. I remember a painting that was done saying, the only foreigner is you, Nazi. The only foreigner here is you. So maybe for some people it has not such a big relation with Palestine, but let's think that any oppression from a big to a weaker entity is oppression, and that we should be aware of every forms of oppression and struggle against it. Okay? Free Palestine.
Free Palestine! Free
Antes de convidar a próxima pessoa para vir aqui, eu relembro só que o microfone está aberto. The mic is open to whoever wants to come share a few words, sing, dance, whatever you want to do, be silent. The only rule is no hate speech, please. Não toleramos discurso de ódio. E lembrar mais uma vez que temos uma sopa e um jantar delicioso libanês ali atrás, portanto aproveitem, não querem perder esta oportunidade, está mesmo bom. E se calhar chamava o Sean para vir aqui partilhar. Mais um lembrete, temos bandeiras. Se já pagaram a vossa bandeira, é só virem aqui levantá-la. Se ainda não compraram a bandeira, podem comprar agora. We have flags available, Palestinian flags. If you have reserved yours online, you can just come pick it up. If you haven't, you can buy one from us now. Thank you, and Sean?
Olá malta, desculpa, vou ler em inglês porque é a minha língua materna. It's, I guess, kind of a poem, and I'm sorry it's not very happy, but I wrote it and it's called Why Did I See a Soldier Blowing Up a Mosque? I saw a soldier blowing up a mosque. I saw a soldier blowing up a mosque in Khan Yunis that was posted on the Telegram channel of Israeli journalist Amit Siegel, who has 100,000 followers. I saw a soldier blowing up a mosque while saying Judaism's most holy prayer. I saw a soldier blowing up a mosque while saying Judaism's most holy prayer because the commanding officer did not allow his unit to record themselves saying this prayer inside of the mosque. I saw a soldier in the self-proclaimed most moral army in the world blowing up a mosque because the commanding officer gave his unit permission to record themselves doing it, because the IDF wants us to see them do it. I saw a soldier blowing up an entire residential block in Khan Yunis that included a mosque, but that's not as punchy as saying, I saw a soldier blowing up a mosque. I saw a soldier blowing up a mosque while saying Judaism's most holy prayer, and I know in my heart that no Zionist will ever condemn it. I saw a soldier in the self-proclaimed most moral army in the world blowing up an entire residential block in Khan Yunis that included a mosque while saying Judaism's most holy prayer, posted on the Telegram channel of Israeli journalist Amit Siegel, who has 100,000 followers, because the IDF wants us to see them do it. And at the end of the video, everybody cheered.
Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. From the river to the sea. Palestine will be free. From the
Okay, I'm gonna read another poem then. All right, this one, obviously I did not write. In Jerusalem by Mahmoud Darwish. In Jerusalem, and I mean within the ancient walls, I walk from one epoch to another without a memory to guide me. The prophets over there, sharing the history of the holy, ascending to heaven, and returning less discouraged and melancholy, because love and peace are holy and are coming to town. I was walking down a slope and thinking to myself, how do the narrators disagree over what light said about a stone? It is from a dimly lit stone that wars flare up. I walk in my sleep. I stare in my sleep. I see no one behind me. I see no one ahead of me. All this light is for me. I walk. I become lighter. I fly, then I become another, transfigured. Words sprout like grass from Isaiah's messenger's mouth. If you don't believe, you won't be safe. I walk as if I were another. In my wound, a white biblical rose. And my hands, like two doves on the cross, hovering and carrying the earth. I don't walk, I fly. I become another, transfigured. No place and no time. So who am I? I am no I in Ascension's presence. But I think to myself, alone. The Prophet Muhammad spoke in classical Arabic. And then what? Then what? A woman soldier shouted, "Is that you again? Didn't I kill you?" I said, "You killed me, and I forgot, like you, to die." Thank you.
Obrigada, Sean. Se calhar chamava a seguir a Elizabeth. Elizabeth has been coming to our vigils since the beginning and has shared a lot of really powerful moments with us. So thank you for always being here, Elizabeth.
No, thank you. Thank you all for organizing this and for showing up and for being the engine that runs this. It's wonderful to be a part of, and thank you for that. Thank you for your consistency. It's amazing. And I just want to say also thank everybody for coming and just being a part of this community. It's so important right now. I'm Jewish American. I've had the privilege to travel all over the world. I've lived in Afghanistan, I've lived in Lebanon, I've lived in Palestine, in Nigeria. And every single house that I've been in those places has always welcomed me as a human being and as a sister. And I pray that one day my people will do the same for you and abandon Zionism and abandon being used as a tool for white supremacy. I do believe that one day we will achieve that we will all treat each other like brothers and sisters, whether we're Jewish, Muslim, Christian, Buddhist, Hindu, any religion. So this is a poem that I wrote that I've performed several times, but it's about my journey from being raised as a Zionist to becoming anti-Zionist. And it starts with the song Im Tirtzu Ein Zo Agada, which means if you will it, it is not a dream. Those are the words of Theodore Herzl, who said, you know, if we will to have a country of our own, then we can make it happen. And so it's based on that lie. Im Tirtzu Ein Zo Agada. If you will it, it is not a dream. And I believed Herzl's words with every fiber of my being. A land with no people, for a people with no land. Isn't it amazing we could make the desert bloom with just our hands? Man, I believe every word you have to say. Israel is my homeland, and I will make it there someday. But wait. Last week, do you mind if I raise my hand? Because last week you said there were no people on the land, and I was curious, so I went ahead and got this book. there's something really shocking here. I mean, you should take a look. There were people, and they had houses, and some of them still have the keys. Who wrote this book? Oh, his name was Edward Said. Oh, you're right. He is an Arab, so I guess he's not to be believed. But wait, there's this other book. It says the exact same thing. It's written by Benny Morris. He's Jewish and he's very right-wing, so we can believe him, right? I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make a scene. You're right. You do know better. I am only 16. Im tirtzu ein zo agada. Hey, can I come in? I'm knocking on your door because I have this deep pain inside me that I don't know what to do with anymore. I don't know if you read the news today or if you saw this story, but there was this girl who went to Gaza. And her name was Rachel Corrigan. Oh, you did see it. So you do know what's going on. What do you mean you don't know if it was wrong? No, I'm not trying to argue with you, Mom. Yes, I do remember the Holocaust. No, I'm not anti-Semitic. I'm just trying to ask you some questions if you would let it. But I guess I'll keep them inside me from now on. Yes, I do remember the words to that song. Lehiot am chofshi be'artzeinu. You know, maybe Theodore Herzl was right. Maybe if you have a dream, you have to put up a fight. And I have a dream, but it is not the same as yours. You see, I dream that one day I can be Jewish to my core and still not put at risk the lives and dignity of those around me. And so from now on, I will look inside myself to ground me, because you know what? In hindsight, the truth, it was not that hazy. This pain was real, and I was right. I was right. I was not crazy. And if there's just one thing I want you to know, it's that I love you. And I will always want to come home. But if that means being Zionist, I guess I'll stay alone, because I don't know how to live a lie. I don't know how to sacrifice my truth. And the irony is that the one who taught me that was you. You were the only homeland I ever needed. But in the end, this iron wall you built meant that I could not ascend. And I used to pray to our one God that this is not the way it had to go. But now I thank you, because I look around me and I get to call you all my home. Free Palestine.
Thank you, Elizabeth. I always need a little moment to breathe after Elizabeth shares these powerful words. Next up, we have, so I encourage you all to take a deep breath. Encorajo-vos todas a darem, não sei falar português, não é suspirar, respirar fundo, desculpem. E a seguir convidava a Dima, uma das incríveis mulheres que fez com que este jantar libanês fosse possível, e na semana passada também, por isso, Dima, welcome.
Hola, hello, and marhaba. Thank you all for being here. Thank you, Julia, Sarah, Hannah, Dala, and everyone. I hope everyone enjoyed the soup and the zucchini. Everyone, tummy is feeling comfy and cozy. And I really advise anyone who didn't try it, you should. You're missing out. I'm gonna read a poem I wrote. Maybe most of you heard it. Some of you didn't, as far as I know. Sorry. Terrorism has no religion, and its only language is oppression. Terrorism does not discriminate between colors or faces. It can come from one place or many places. Greed is one. Add fear, hate, and ignorance indeed. Terrorism does not need camps to be seen, and even then, many turned an eye on the scene. Terrorism can flip lands to camps and pretend it's green. Look at my Palestine. For me, colonialism is terrorism. Occupation, ethnic cleansing, police brutality, minors in prison, throat cutting, and missiles are all forms of terrorism, not just 9/11 or the Holocaust. Ideologies like fascism, Nazism, and Zionism are terrorism, and this is just one speck of the terrorism field. Taxes on our money, taking away all honey with no return, widening the gap of hierarchy, draining our salary, feeding us junk, forcing all brands of diseases and obesity, pumping children food with sugar and colored poisons, ruining a future of prosperity. Mark these words on the terrorism field. Not sure how many hundreds of years ago they said, not all things that shine is gold. And white democracy is definitely a fool's gold. The land of the free speaking fights to oppress thee and me. Please let there be unity among all schools of thoughts, minds, and brains. It's about time to set aside our differences and bring all strains of togetherness to protect you and me and the future of humanity. For God's sake, it's the 21st century, and I'm not a saint. I just lost my sanity, hyper-normalizing cruelty. It's about time for a sense of peace and security to Mother Earth, to all creatures in or out of gravity. Enough with the depressing news every second on each technology. Enough sucking our money and energy. All beings have the right of justice and equality. It's time for universal democracy. I want to have a say where my tax money goes. How about to add a checkbox like what's your race and disability? A small box that we paid for by our loyalty. A box to check health, education, and recycling energy. I want government transparency, not a government that treats me like a child in a nursery. I want the youth to govern along with the elderly. And I want to be presented in the media without hypocrisy or portrayed on flat, lame screens as a stereotype fulfilling a sexual fantasy. I want an end to patriarchy and all colors of supremacy. I want men, women, and children to finally I want men, women, and children, and every human within the non-binary to finally live in harmony. I want to be able to fly. I want to be able to fly. I want to be able to fly and spread my wings and fly with sovereignty. Can someone tell me why is it so hard to make it a 21st century reality? Thank you. Thanks. Okay. So I was inspired by all of you and the chants that's been happening here to write this little chanting song. And we can all participate in this. Yay! Great. Yes, that's the energy. Give me more of that. Yeah! Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine from the river to the sea.
Free, free Palestine from the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free.
Palestine will be free.
Simple words made you kill. You should only go to hell.
Simple words made you kill. You should only go to hell.
Free, free Palestine from the river to the sea.
Free, free Palestine from the river to the sea.
Let them see what can be when we stand in unity.
Let them see
what can be when we stand in unity. Humanity, humanity is the way to liberty.
Humanity, humanity
is the way to liberty. Free, free Palestine and end the genocide.
Free, free Palestine.
resisting Palestine, we're gonna end the genocide.
Keep resisting Palestine, we're gonna end the genocide.
Keep resisting Palestine, we're gonna end the apartheid.
Keep resisting Palestine, we're gonna end the apartheid.
Free, free Palestine.
Free, free Palestine.
End the apartheid.
End the apartheid.
Simple words made you kill, you should only go to hell.
Simple words make you kill, you should only go to hell.
Free, free Palestine from the river to the sea.
Free, free Palestine from the river to the sea.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dima. Dima will be down there for anyone who hasn't gotten food yet. Como? Yes. Se quiserem e puderem fazer uma pequena doação para nos ajudar a manter estes jantares nas vigílias. Olhem, estou a receber informação contraditória então. Ok, esqueçam, então não dá para doar nada. Ok. Então, oi? A seguir se chamava Balolas, para vir partilhar algumas palavras. Não sei se é em inglês ou em português.
Hello. Okay, so I didn't prepare anything. I'm going to speak in English because gladly we have a very multicultural crowd. In first place, I really want to honor that we can stand here. In other places of Europe, it's becoming more and more difficult to stand by causes like this, especially in Germany and in the UK. So my Palestinian friends there don't feel safe anymore, what is quite ironic that the places that normally proclaimed to be so free and democratic have become once again places of oppression. I went to Palestine the first time in 2018 and it changed my life. I'm a journalist and naively I'm from Porto, from the north. So I don't work anymore with the mainstream media. I've been going through a grief process with the profession of journalism. Thank you. So I didn't prepare anything. It was an invitation from Julia, so I'm trying to make sense of my thoughts. But I would like to share with you, since Carolina also shared about lost archives. I just came back from, I was in Egypt. We tried to enter Rafah after a call of the journalist syndicates of Egypt. That is an immensely inspiring and brave community of journalists in Egypt that is also under a very oppressive regime with more than 60,000 political prisoners. And it was really touching and really life-changing to stand with journalists and activists that have been in prison and that have been completely denied of participation in the public life, that still stand every week trying to fight for the rights of Palestinian people. And of course we were denied the entry in Rafah with as much as humanitarian aid is being neglected and rejected the passage in Gaza. So once again we had to be confronted with the frustration of not being able to take action, as so many of you already mentioned today. So it's been more than 150 days, more than 80 journalists have been killed. So many thousands of people have been sacrificed for, once again, another genocide, a continuous genocide for more than 75 years. And I really want to honor today everyone that keeps coming here every week. and that still finds the strength and the energy to participate, because we are all very privileged to be here, and we have a responsibility to stand for the people that can't. So today I received... I'm sorry if I'm not making a lot of sense, but I would like to share with you, today I received an email from a Palestinian friend, and when I was feeling all this discomfort and this tiredness also for so long talking about the same things and trying to raise awareness, and while working on a piece about the first photographer in Gaza that actually opened a photographic studio in 44, which archive has been completely destroyed along the years, but the remains was completely demolished and has disappeared with this genocide, this most recent one. And I was feeling really frustrated, really angry, and then I received once again a boost of energy and resilience from my Palestinian friends, and I would like to share with you. So it says, "To be hopeful in bad times is not just foolishly romantic. It is based on the fact that human history is a history not only of cruelty, but also of compassion, sacrifice, courage, kindness. What we choose to empathize in this complex history will determine our lives. If we see only the worst, it destroys our capacity to do something. If we remember those times and places, and there are so many, where people have behaved magnificently, this gives us the energy to act and at least the possibility of sending the spinning top of the world in a different direction. And if we do act in however small a way, we don't have to wait for some grand utopian future. The future is an infinite succession of presents, and to live now as we think human beings should be living is in defiance of all that is bad around us, is itself a marvelous victory." This was written by Howard Zinn. It's in the book, "You Can't Be Neutral on a Moving Train." So today I really hope we can connect with some hope and recharge energy to keep being here, but also to participate on the National March on Saturday, and to keep asking and demanding for a freedom, for liberation of all oppressed people, and for free Palestine. Thank you, guys.
Obrigada. Aproveito para fazer um lembrete, que já foi aqui feito pela Balalas, que no sábado temos a Marcha Nacional. On Saturday at 3 p.m. We have the National March. It will be happening in 4 cities across Portugal, in Braga, here in Lisbon, in Faro and in Angra do Heroísmo. A marcha vai acontecer em 4 cidades, em Braga, em Lisboa, em Faro e em Angra do Heroísmo, nos Açores. E estão todas super convidadas para virem trazerem vizinhos, amigas, quem quiserem, família, cães, gatos, venham, tragam-vos a vocês também. Nós vamos encontrar-nos na Alameda e vamos depois descer ao Almirante Reis, por isso venham, por favor. E a seguir chamava aqui o Tiago para vir partilhar um poema.
Eu quero dedicar este momento de silêncio à potencialidade de mais uma bomba ter sobrevoado o céu de Gaza. Aquilo que eu vos trago, vou pedir que me perdoem se ultrapassa de certa forma os limites aqui pré-estabelecidos, mas é-me muito necessário de expressão e eu agradeço do fundo do coração cada uma das pessoas aqui presentes para dedicar a sua energia, o seu tempo, a sua consciência a isto que acontece enquanto o mundo assiste. O título que eu trago chama-se V de Vitória e é uma espécie de hino pessoal. Muitas pessoas poderão não se relacionar, mas é um hino pessoal de vitória, de que a vitória chegará, de que, apesar de todo este massacre, eles não conseguirão vencer. Nós sim iremos vencer. Nós sim estaremos do lado certo da história, o lado vencedor, o lado que dedicou o seu tempo, a sua alma a parar isto. E assim vai. Lua cheia, quase abesbílico. O meu nome é bíblico. Eu vejo vívido depois deste choro cíclico. Deus diz-me para manter a fé mesmo neste estado apocalíptico. Há pessoas lá em cima que não querem que eu vença. Ainda bem que para vencer eu não preciso pedir licença. Da moda não sou refém, não preciso de imprensa, não preciso de ninguém, pois não há lei a minha crença. Como é que não queres que eu vença? O diabo domina o jogo, mas a fé é a minha pertença. Vê-me a ferver do peito, dirão que isto é doença. Sou suspeito, sou vilão, mas o crime até compensa. No mundo falso de aparência, ser-se rico é terminar o tempo sem ter vendido a essência. Isso sim, demência. Eu sou excelência, passo e quando pauso, paciência. Como a águia que sobrevoa relevado da luz, invade a saudade de uma vista de luxo. Livre, estica as asas, o meu cérebro terá de ser estudado por duas nasas. A hora chega, desforra grega, volto para casa, o ouro no troféu. Depois de faixa de Gaza serei uma criança no céu. Monte Olimpo, atirador furtivo do céu limpo. Vingo, estou faminto, a chuva o pingo. Sinto sangue nos meus olhos, mas sou teste de tinto. Extinto o meu amor por este mundo, escolo sem o cinto. Minto se digo que sou perfeito, eu sou um mito. Defeito torna enfeito, ainda o repito. Respeito não exige-me gratuito. Aceito o meu leito sem um grito satisfeito. Fizer do mundo mais bonito. Vitórias contarão sobre as nossas histórias no coração. Sensações de glórias sentirão. Como a frescura de uma onda no calor do verão. Náufrago de uma ilha de volta à civilização. Que maravilhas que se amplia a visão. O meu coração guarda com carinho, tem muita emoção. Não tens noção, um dia na minha vida natural 1 milhão. Sou de pelotão, a nave espacial está estacionada em botão. Piso o botão, deslizo para o paraíso num foguetão. Oh, se preciso. Hoje é meu o Coliseu. Vejo o que Deus me prometeu. A minha vida dá vida a um museu. Eu sou o legado que prometeu, que se intrometeu e abateu um opressor. Hoje o Coliseu é meu. A pau de Pelé, o gladiador que estrangulou o meu e qualquer outro opositor. Comodos contra máximos, mas eu não me incomodo nos círculos máximos. A minha vida não é normal, eu vivo ao máximo. Para um dia ser imortal num jardim complácido. Por isso vivo rápido. Preciso de mais amor, meu choro é ácido. Derramo lávico. Eu sou sensível e um sádico. Eu sou mais frio que um eslávico. Fogo no meu peito, reto ártico. Vencedor eleito, eu sou anárquico. Todo este choro e suor a um mar me assemelho. Pego o meu martelo de Thor e divido o mar vermelho. Antes da graça desflor, não há forma que eu desista. Espero que nesse mar se ancore o mais vil sionista. Vitórias contarão sobre as nossas histórias no coração, sensações de glórias sentirão. Eu estou bespílico, clínico é o meu cénico quase bíblico. Eu sou corânico, a luz da minha mente acende o pânico, porque o meu pacto não é satânico, até no inferno eu sou vulcânico, profundo o meu mundo é oceânico, lágrimas no meu caderno não cabem nem no Atlântico. Vede vitória, notória, oratória, vede vitória depois de uma vida aleatória numa via ilusória. Vede vitória, a vingança da escória que agora vive na glória. Vede vitória, viva para sempre a memória de quem resistiu do lado certo da história.
Obrigada. Acho que esta partilha foi um bocadinho uma demonstração de uma coisa que nós queremos muito criar aqui, que é criar um espaço seguro para quem precisar poder partilhar aquilo que sente, seja isso o que for. This performance and the moment that we just witnessed is something that we really want to emphasize. We want these vigils to be a safe space for everyone to come and share whatever it is that is going on inside. You're welcome, and we are here to hold all those emotions. So thank you for sharing, and thank you for holding the space. Antes de passar à próxima pessoa que vem aqui falar, eu queria só pedir um gigante aplauso para a Tundra, que semana após semana vem aqui e faz acontecer o som com toda a boa vontade do mundo. Por isso, obrigada, Tundra. E se calhar aproveitava e chamava agora a Rebeca para vir partilhar algumas palavras, quando estiveres pronta.
Bem, a seguir a isto é difícil. Ainda por cima vou dizer um poema. I'm gonna just speak in English because that's how I feel comfortable. Thank you everybody so much for coming out every week, and I hope to see you all on Saturday at the march. And the first thing I want to say is we've met so many incredible, wonderful, courageous people in these last 4 months that carry Palestine in their hearts, that bring us so much hope with their words, with their actions, with their examples every day. And I'm sorry if I don't bring much hope today. I don't normally speak. I'm much better at organising meetings and marches and such. So be patient with me. A Palestinian child, when asked what he missed, said, "I miss my life." How do we keep moving? I watch my feet hit the pavement. How does this not hold the world? And my breath keeps flowing. How are we not all lining the streets, wailing, shouting, protesting all day, every day, laying on the floors of our parliaments, occupying every office, blocking everything, blocking everywhere, yet I go to clothes swaps, eat dinner, sleep in, hug my sisters, put food in Tupperwares and do the dishes, but always Palestine, 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 like a heartbeat, Palestine, Palestine, Palestine. Have you heard? Did you see? South Africa, Yemen, millions in a city somewhere marching, yet still we wait. Will tomorrow be the last day? Will the trucks go through? Will be signpost? Will the whole world suddenly stop and say, what the actual fuck, Israel? Ceasefire, end the occupation, free Gaza, free the West Bank, free Palestine in this lifetime.
Palestina livre! Hoje e sempre! 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 Palestina livre!
Antes de chamar a próxima pessoa, eu queria só fazer uma partilha de cada vez que a Sofia, que está aqui, começa a fazer estes cânticos com tanta força, eu penso sempre que estas vigílias e as marchas e os protestos são um momento também de muita confiança, porque nós confiamos que vamos continuar até a Sofia parar. E eu acho que é uma coisa tão bonita, porque nós pomos toda a nossa energia até a Sofia dizer, ok, agora podemos descansar um bocadinho. A Sofia ou quem quer que esteja a agitar. E eu acho que isso é muito o que nós fazemos aqui, que é apoiar-nos umas nas outras e confiar que vamos apoiar quando uma estiver cansada, a outra canta. Por isso, obrigada, Sofia. Antes de chamar a Lala, que vem fazer outra partilha, Lala é uma pessoa ativista timorense que tem estado também connosco a mostrar como as lutas são de facto muito interseccionais e como a luta do povo timorense pela sua libertação também tem muito que ver com a luta da Palestina. Mas antes de chamar a Kilala para o microfone, lembrava que temos aqui um grupinho de pessoas à minha frente que têm uns panfletos sobre eSIMs para doar para Gaza. Os eSIMs são uma forma muito prática que nós temos de apoiar as pessoas a poderem comunicar, enviar fotografias, manter a ligação com familiares que estão longe. Just a reminder that we have here this beautiful group of people who has some pamphlets about how to donate eSIMs to Gaza. This is a very immediate and practical way for us to support Palestinians, be it to allow them to share pictures, to share what's going on there, or simply, but equally as important, to communicate with their families who struggle to hear from them. So, without further ado, Lalo.
Hello everyone. I came here for peer pressure. Kidding. I don't have anything prepared, but I'm gonna bring you a song. I brought this song on the past get together. It's not a get together. Protest in the Lisboa, and on the Vigil. And I'm gonna bring it here because of many shares about the death toll on that is still, and it's still going on in Gaza, and the last interventions talking about the elimination of the generations, the Palestinian generation and such. So. I'm going to share a song. It's a Timorese song, and since we are here, this was the same place that we did the Arraial, and in the last Saturday I found some Timorese brothers, and I wanted to check if some Timorese people are here. Raise their hand. Hey, yay! So. The song I'm gonna share, some of you may know because I sang this song before. I was part of a feminine choir before. I sang for about 15 years. It's a group Coral Sol Nascente. I was singing mezzo soprano for 15 years. The song is called Kolele Mai, and it's a morning song. And the Timorese culture, we sang these songs for celebration for about the dead and their passage for another the other life. But since the many invasions, and particularly the Indonesians' invasion, this song became the mourning, the lives taken from the occupation, the genocide in Timor. So I'm gonna sing along, not sing, with the choir, and I'm gonna dedicate this song to the already extensive list of victims that we showcase every vigil, and it is already outdated. The Palestinians that are still on the rubble, yet to be found. Palestinians who can mourn properly without having a camera in front of them, just for the world to care about them. And for all the lives taken by these 76 years of genocide.
Obrigada, Lala. Deixo um último lembrete. Se alguém quiser aqui vir falar, partilhar algumas palavras, nós não temos mais pessoas inscritas, mas se quiserem vir aqui ao microfone, esta é a vossa oportunidade desta semana. Terão a próxima semana, infelizmente, se não se sentirem confortáveis hoje. Se não, lembro que temos as bandeiras aqui, disponíveis para quem quiser. Convidamos-vos a pendurarem a vossa bandeira à janela para começar uma conversa com as pessoas do bairro. Talvez a vossa vizinha vos pergunte porquê tens uma bandeira da Palestina à janela se tu és portuguesa, e se calhar isso é uma boa oportunidade para falar sobre o que está a acontecer na Palestina. Levem a Palestina para todo o lado. E essa é uma forma muito prática de o fazerem também. I was just saying that we have Palestinian flags, as mentioned before, and we invite everyone to hang their flags on their windows and start conversations. Talk to your neighbors about why it matters that we stand with Palestine. So take Palestine with you everywhere you go. Sem ser isso, antes de terminarmos, lembro mais uma vez que temos a Marcha Nacional no sábado. Precisamos de muita energia às 3 horas na Alameda, sábado, dia 10. On Saturday, a last reminder that we have the National March at 3 p.m. at Alameda. Everyone is welcome. We need lots of energy. Otherwise, have a lovely evening. Thank you for coming tonight. Obrigada por virem, obrigada por estarem e obrigada por continuarem a lutar por uma Palestina livre.
Bem, pessoal, é o seguinte, fica concluída mais uma vigília. Aqui, desta vez foi no Largo do Intendente, mais uma vigília pela Palestina. E é isso, rapaziada. Não esquecer que o projeto da PT Revolution é um projeto que vive através de donativos. E quem tiver a possibilidade, amavelmente, nós agradecemos bastante qualquer tipo de contribuição. Muito obrigado, uma boa noite a todos e tamo junto na luta.